Hi, in this video I want to show you how you can use Market Dojo to create advanced lots. So advanced lots are a great way to get a better understanding of the prices that your participants are providing you with by breaking them down into multiple price or text components. So I've created an event already. It's going to be spaceships, and I can get started either by creating a new lot from scratch or loading from a library of lots I've created in the past. I'm going to start from scratch in this case. But obviously using a library can save time. This is going to be my spaceships, but spaceships is a bit of a fun example, but that could be, for example, transport costs or, well, anything where you've got to collect multiple prices. And now I'm getting prompted to do a few things. I need to start by adding a lot component, and I'll start with my factory price, and I can add a description at factory gate, and this one's going to be provided by my participants, and it's a price. It's going to have 2 decimal places, and I can choose to use different unit of measures. So if I use a unit of measure set, for example electricity, my participants can bid in the unit of measure that they're most comfortable with, and the system will automatically convert between them. In this case I'm going to just use free text, and I'm going to require them to use the one I specify. And we'll make this ranked, and we'll make the rank visible to participants. Okay. Okay, let's add a couple more just to show some of the other types we can add. So we'll add a second component, and this is going to be my delivery method. And again, this is the participant that's choosing this, and I'm going to use my Incoterms pick list, so they'll have to choose the Incoterms for delivery. And let's add one more just to show we can also have uplift. So there's a cost entered by the host, and this will just be a fixed cost that I'm going to apply across the board. It's just one of the costs I have to swallow as part of this, and I'll just include it so it's included in the calculation. And then finally we'll have a total, and that's going to be our total cost, and that will be well, I'm going to make that the sum of the other columns. So great, you can see now we've got several lot components all playing a part, and I can now start to add line items. So these can be the actual line items that I'm going to buy. So for a spaceship I probably need some windows, and I might need a escape module, and I'm probably going to need some rockets as well. Right, so there we are. We'll probably add a few more, but they'll do for the moment. And I can also add a total, so we can have a total along the bottom as well. And if we start to look at the total columns and edit those, we can see that by default they're populated with a formula which just adds up the cells above, but we've got the ability to do some more advanced things as well. So we can maybe divide it by a common factor, or add in some additional values that we want to be included there, or even multiply it by something. So you can get quite advanced with the formulae, and that applies to the total cost column as well. So there we are. The next thing I'm going to need to do is to fill out some of the values for all of these cells. So I can do it in the tool. So for example, I think I'm going to need 10 windows, and generally they cost, or I want them to cost less than 1100, and we'll go 1000. There is the current price I'm paying. So I can start to fill things in that way. That's relatively quick. So again, I just need one escape module, and give it a current price 2. And then if I do the same for my rockets as well, I'm going to need 4 rockets. And so I can fill things out that way as well. Alternatively, I could also download this as a template and upload it again, and using Microsoft Excel to fill out the details there. So that's an option as well. In this case I've just got a few, so I'm just going to crack on through and add my uplift. And all the way through the system's guiding me with what's left to do, so you'll see I'm getting just have one red flag left to add, which is to assign my lot total, and I can do that by just dragging the star into the cell I want to use as my overall total for the lot, and you can see now I've got green for everything. So that's great. I've created my first advanced lot. That's nice and simple to do. I can, if I wish, create a second lot. I won't do that in this case, but I can continue to create additional lots and build up some quite complex structures. I can also create an event total if I wish. So that's how to build an advanced lot. One other thing to mention here is how participants will bid. So if you've got a large advanced lot, it can be quite overwhelming for participants to add all that detail during an auction where they've got to respond very quickly. So if that's the case, you might want to choose to ask them to bid at lot level during the auction. So during the auction, if you run an auction, they will just provide a price for the total overall cost, so this cell here, and it will work very much like our normal auctions where they're just entering one price per lot. But after the auction, they will then be prompted to fill out all this additional detail, so you get the complete breakdown of prices. That's just a neat way to keep things simple during the auction, but also make sure that the final figures, the final breakdown that people provide still adds up. So that's the purpose of this. We'll leave it at detail level for the moment. Okay, so that's advanced lots. There's quite a few other features here, such as using the library or loading from the library, and also using Microsoft Excel to fill out the details. But I think this gives a great overview to get you started. So thank you very much for watching.